everyone. How's everyone doing? So we're 269, I believe. Yeah, 269 days in. 269 in numbers comes to the Great Awakening, the reset. 269 comes to the Great Awakening time machine. Comes to Thomas Bushnell reversal. Thomas Bushnell time machine. Trump Tower time machine. Comes to a bunch of things. 269. But the elephant in the room, hey folks, that we're going to talk about is the Black Swan. The Black Swan event. I've said over the last few days I know where and when it is, and I do, and I want to give you as much as I can. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through some of the major numbers that pertain to the Black Swan, so you can be aware of them, notice them, and see them as they happen in real time. So is that fair? Hey folks, how you all doing? Good, we're getting a good bunch of folks in the chat. And also, as always, please do hit the hype button. I appreciate that. And also subscribe. I'm grateful for that as well. And we're growing, we're rocketing. In about the last week or so, we've jumped up about 5,000 subscribers from 85, 84, 85,000 up to just about to hit 90,000. So it's more like it should be. And we've been on hold. There you go, the operative word. Well, you just have to, yeah, whatever. So anyway, so let's get into the numbers. 132, that's one of them. Okay, 132 is the life of Chuck. 132. There's 93, sinkhole, plus 39. In the life of Chuck, they talk about the number 39 being significant. So 132. 217, we just went 217 minutes in. That's Mission Impossible. This has been a Mission Impossible, but it's possible. And impossible is 119, which is Nikola Tesla. 119, redemption 119. It's also the bad word that begins with A, and you think of Google Chrome browser. Whitstable Beach, nice one. Oh, bless you, thanks Starfire. Independence Day, there you go, yeah. So here are some of the numbers for you, okay? I usually just go through them as they pop in, but I'll share some with you now. Okay, so 86 is tunnel. 86 is hunter. 86 is also Highlander, which is to do with time travel. But let's talk about tunnel. 86. The word drain is 46. So 86, 46. Tunnel drain, or drain tunnel. 46 is also best, as in the best is yet to come, but the drain is yet to come, which is all to do with pull the plug. Pull the plug, drain the swamp. Drain the swamp is 151, which is great reversal. It's Jasara reversal. It's also Jesus Christ. It's also Lady Diana Spencer, 151. And it's also Ivanka Bushnell, if people say that we were together in previous lives, and I'll take that. Take that, there you go. It's a great pop group. I was thinking of that earlier today again. Howard the Duck, Donald Duck. Obviously Donald Trump. There's, everything's. The thing is, this is all a movie at the highest level, and we get to unravel it. Okay, so we're about to go to 206. We're at 205. We're about to go to 206 in numbers. It's just jumped. So 65. It was 64. 206 is quantum physics. 206 is The Dark Knight Rises. 206. There you go, Tiffany. You're getting the light codes 1111. That's the JFK one as well, 63, and it happened on a Friday, which is also 63. So 63, 63, 63 is the word 11. So 11 11 is 126, which is 45. John Connor, Sarah Connor. Oh, yeah, bless you. We've got 235 in the chat now, which is Baron William Trump, 235. It's also President John Kennedy. It's also magic power, time travel, 235. And the other thing with quantum physics, so that's 206. But if you say the quantum physics, that comes to 239, and 239 comes to reverse infiltration. Hey Priscilla. But it also comes to 1963. So at one level, all this started to begin with from 1963. And JFK was age 46 when it occurred in 63. And 46 is dove, best, but it's also the word drain, as I've said. And so drain, JFK started to drain the swamp when he swapped himself out through the quantum physics, 239, 1963. Time travel witness protection comes to 369, the Tesla numbers. John Kennedy witness protection comes to 369, the Tesla numbers. If you do John Kennedy plus Frederick Christ Trump, 244, witness protection, 244. John Kennedy, 125, time travel, John Kennedy, 125. 8th Avenue, which is the road, the street that the Tesla hotel is on, the New Yorker. New Yorker's 190. New Yorker Hotel is 194, which is September 11th, 194, which is blackout necessary, 194. But if you do John Kennedy, 125, time travel, 125, plus witness protection, 244, Frederick Christ Trump, 244, it comes to 369. Tesla physics were involved in all the good white hat operations to make things happen, to drain the swamp. And it happened. It started probably before, but it also started then. I mean, you had 1947 with Roswell and all that, but 1963, if JFK was, fighting the deal that they were trying to put towards him, then the drain started then. X marks the spot on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street, Kruger, 85 Storm, criminal, 85. A lot of Krugers are criminals, but people are going to find that out. Hey Denise, good to see you. So 46 is a very important number. It's also the atomic number for palladium. Palladium is 89, which is hologram, which is virus. And palladium, the raw palladium, this royal movie, this three-dimensional, fifth-dimensional movie that we're all involved in. So 86 a tunnel plus 46 drain comes to 132, The Life of Chuck, and that's one of the films that talks about sinkholes. Okay, so yesterday, quantum physics, how about this, quantum physics team? So quantum physics, 206, The Dark Knight Rises, 206, plus 39, 39 comes to angel, angle comes to team. Makes me think of red team, blue team. Red team, blue team, reversals 245. Quantum physics team is also 245. Thomas Sidney Bushnell, 245. The Pure Love of Christ, 245. And it's also 88888. So if you spell the word 8, comes to 49. Times that by 5. 88888. That comes to 245, and that's what the number that we hit yesterday. So someone put in the comments, they didn't quite understand, so maybe if they're listening, they'll understand what I meant when I said 8. 8 is 49. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Okay, so talking of Christopher Nolan, the great film director. Christopher Nolan, Interstellar. Interstellar comes to 153, which is a Black Swan event. Black Swan event is 152, which is my birthday, 15th of Feb. It's also Bournemouth, 152. But a Black Swan event is 153, which is Interstellar, which is Galactic Federation, which is Fantastic Four, and we had the Fantastic Four movie not long ago. So that's another one that you want to look out for. Talking of Interstellar, so put your hands up, give us a thumbs up if you've watched Interstellar. If you haven't done, I would encourage you to do so, and if you have, I'd encourage you to watch it again. Interstellar talks about space travel, but it talks about fourth and fifth dimensional quantum physics, basically. The mechanics of being able to see beyond a periscope, going into other dimensions and be able to come back and communicate. And they communicate through the bookcase, through the watch, the Hamilton watch, 92, reverse 92 numbers. Paul Bushnell, 143. The Tesseract, 143. And I had my first experience with numbers when I met Ivanka. Cousin Paul had just died 11 days before. And then I got his date of birth, 118. 118. The lights, as soon as I said that, those lights came on. Did you see that? You might not have got that. There's a Mini, a red Mini Cooper. I think it's a Mini. Maybe not a Mini. Might be. But the lights just went on as I said that about Paul. And his date of birth was January 18th, 118, the storm. 118 is also someone else, very important. Bushnell C, 9325. But Interstellar talk about, and they show, time dilation. So there's a part where they go down to Miller's planet and they lose time because of the time slippage near the black hole, where the singularity in the oyster and the pearl are, the knowledge to connect quantum physics and Einstein's theory of relativity to blend those two disciplines of mechanics, of physics. Physics is 99, which is Ascension Patriot. So physics is important in all of this. Jupiter 99, Judgment 99, Spider-Man 99, without the hash tag, without the dash, which is 32, which is life. Which is Jim, 32. President Trump pointed out 32 about life of Chuck. Okay, let's talk about that, Sylvia, what the black swan will look like. Okay, so Christopher Nolan, he does this demonstration of relativity, and they go down to Miller's planet, and they say for every 1 hour that they're on Miller's planet, they lose 7 years on Earth time. And they're trying to get back to see their family, to save the universe, and get back to see their family. And time is slipping, so that the people on Earth are in a precarious situation. They're aging quicker. They're in the dust, the blight, the dust that's everywhere. President Trump spoken many times about industry, and industrial. Industrial is 127, which is the Ace of Spades, 127. But it also makes you think of the military-industrial complex, 322. Okay, so Interstellar, 153. A Black Swan event, 153. Christopher Nolan puts in the film, when they get back and they've messed up on Miller's planet, they got washed out, and they had to reboot the engine, and it took time. So they got back to the main ship, and Romilly, the only guy that was on there, they talked to Taz, the robot, the AI, and they say, how long were you away for? And he says, it was 23 years, 4 months and 8 days. Okay. What is significant about 23 years, 4 months and 8 days? Now, I either saw someone post something about this or pointed to this in a chat or something, but I've looked online, I can't find it anywhere. But it came to me, I worked it out about a month ago again, 3 or 4 weeks ago. It might be Cousin Paul just telling me it. Hey, crikey, thanks for your super chat, thank you. But anyway, I couldn't find, I was scouring online to find where it was, and I couldn't find it in Reddits and all over, I couldn't find it. So whether it came to me or it was out there or a seed of thought, anyway, so this is what I've got, okay? What's the significance? Why has Nolan chosen that time dilation? It's deliberate. Nothing that he does is random. Even when he told me Cobb, the name Cobb was random, and he's used it 3 times in films. Cobb is 22, which is MAGA. Corn on the cob, the field is white, ready to harvest. There's all that, you know, Cobb and Deal, 22, MAGA. AU, 22. Deals, President Trump said he's the, you know, the great one of deals, king of deals. 41, USA, TSB, 41, alien, good, coin, fun. Anyway, right, so Christopher Nolan has also, in his film Tenet, shown that 9/11 will be reversed through through the higher physics. Prestige, The Prestige is 132. And they say in that film, which is a Nolan film, Michael Caine says there's 3 parts to a magic trick. He says, first of all, you have to, it's called the pledge. So that's like the, you know, the trick. But then the turn is the bit where you make it disappear, but that's still not good enough. The prestige is the bit where you bring it back. So 9/11 will come back, and it, like I said, there will be 3 towers. It'll be 111, which is perfection, 111, which is shortfall, 111. President Trump mentioned that yesterday or the day before, and 111 is New York, 111. Okay, so Nolan is also, his next film is Space Odyssey. Sorry, not Space Odyssey, The Odyssey. Now, what's Stanley Kubrick's famous film? Space Odyssey 2001. What happened in Space Odyssey 2001? They went out traveling around in space. But what happened in the timeline here on Earth in 2001, September 11th? Nolan's already told us that that's going to get reversed. So let's look at this. If you do 23 years, which is the time slippage that they mentioned in the film Interstellar, which is 153, a black swan event. There's also other numbers, which once the events happen, I'm going to show you. The 153, a black swan event. September 11th, 2001, if you do 23 years, maybe people can do it. I'll give you a minute or two before I tell you what it is. So if you do from September 11th, there's time and date calculators you can go into online. You could do it on Grok or whatever, ChatGPT. So if you do September 11th, 2001, and then you do 23 years, 4 months and 8 days into the future, what does it come to? Anyone got it? Hey, darling. So what would it have come to? There you go. See me a bit better. Anyone got it? What would it have come to? Okay, here we go. So 23 years, 4 months and 8 days. So 23, 4 and 8. So 23 years, 4 months and 8 days from the point of September 11th. What date in history, into the future is actually past, but what date in the future does it take you to? Anyone got it? You can go to timeanddate.com, and that's the calculator. You can calculate distances of time. Anyone got it? Yes. What year, my angels? January 19th. So it takes you to January 19th. What's significant about January 19th? Well, it's the day before President Trump's inauguration. And so depending on how you work it, it's also January 20th. If you include September 11th as the first date of that duration, it takes you to 119. 119 is a reversal of 9/11. Yeah? Or it takes you to 120. And 120 is the truth, the justice. It's also the Sonny Hayes car when he's doing IndyCar, Daytona. He races in the 120 car, number 120, and then later when he's GP, it's 7. So 127, the ace of spades. So September 11th, 2001. 23 years, 4 months and 8 days. Where does that take you to? Takes you to either the 19th of January, if you include September 11th, or if you exclude the first day, which is September 11th of it, and you do 23 years, 4 months and 8 days on, it lands bang on 120, which is the inauguration of President Trump, which takes you back to the time of time travel and Back to the Future, which is November 5th. So November 5th was invented, well, time travel was invented on November 5th, 1955, in Back to the Future. And Back to the Future, when they say November 5th, which is 143, which is the Tesseract, which is in Interstellar, November 5th is Paul Bushnell, and it all started with my cousin Paul and Ivanka. 143 is Building 7, 143 is Ground Zero, But then 1955 comes to 194, which comes to New Yorker Hotel, Hey Elvis, which also comes to September 11th. And then fast forward a number of days forward from that, you get to President Trump's election, which is predicted deliberately in Nolan's film. Can you see how this works? Nolan, a white hat director, he mentioned JFK in Oppenheimer, 124 Oppenheimer, Gigawatts 124, New Jersey 124. President Trump owns the DeLorean mansion in New Jersey. So, Trump National Bedminster, 283. 282 is 88 miles per hour. And it's in New Jersey. It all happened when I went from New York to New Jersey, i.e. the Statue of Liberty, across that stretch of water. It all started when I got the numbers. And then temporal pincer is 272. Atemporal pincer is 273. I saw a sign today, or yesterday, with 272, a temporal pincer. So let's look at some other numbers for you. So here we go. So I said, well, cousin Paul, but Ivanka Trump. So Ivanka Marie Trump is 192. 192 is a super powerful number. Could be. I don't know if it's the same, but maybe. I think it seems like there's a similarity there, doesn't there? President Trump, seems like there could be. There's definitely a familiarity. 322, the skull and bones number, that's an important number. In terms of the revealing, the White Hats are going to show that number. 180 is a very important number. 292 is a very important number. 221 is a very important number. That's the Greatest Showman, 221. 146, the best reversal, 146. Drain reversal, 146. 146, central casting, 146. New Jerusalem, 146. Truth Social, 146. The Universe, 146. The Trumpet, 146. Ivanka Trump, 146. 64 is Tenet. 8 times 8 is 88. Tenet reversal, 164. The Mothership, 164. Ready Player One, Tenet reversal, 164. There's a nice RV part in Ready Player One when they're racing around in the DeLorean. And obviously 88 is a massive important number, which is Trump. So there are some numbers that you can hold out for and look out for. And when this event takes place, I'll be able to point back to the numbers that I've mentioned to you. And in all the posts and all the work I've been doing over the last few years, but particularly in the last few months and weeks and days. So it's there, folks. It's there for you. Chain is 35. JFK was the 35th president. RFK comes to 35. There's that bit with the Wolf of Wall Street, the number plate, and also in Final Destination and Final Destination Bloodlines is RFK 575. And Wolf of Wall Street's 245, and we've already mentioned that 20639. So that's your angel numbers telling you, getting you to notice the numbers. Angel numbers 111. Anyway, all right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Links are below. If you're in the UK, we've got a CBD offer coming out this evening for you for the next few days, so you can get those if you want to get them. Great. Thanks a lot, folks. Lots of love. I'll see you tomorrow. But check out the numbers, because as time goes by, we're getting closer and closer. Like, it's literally on the doorstep. The Black Swan event is on the doorstep. And that will all encompass the storm, draining the swamp, pulling the plug, everything. It's all going to happen together. All right? Take care, folks. See you later. Bye.